Well, the topic of today's seminar is nutraceuticals in certain seed spices, which covers the fenugreek, coriander, ajwain, cumin, nigella, and fennel. I have divided my talk in following content: introduction, proximate composition and nutritional compounds of seed spices, fenugreek, coriander, ajwain, cumin, nigella, and fennel. I will discuss one by various research studies as well as their nutraceutical potential, and finally the conclusion. Now, the word nutraceuticals comprises fro- from two words, nutrients and pharmaceuticals. So the food which have the medicinal effect on human health of is known as the nutraceuticals. Nutraceuticals are therapeutic agents which are nutrients that have a drug-like properties and can be used to treat various diseases. According to Association of American Feed Control Official 1996, nutrients mean a feed or food constituent in a form and at a level that will aid and sustain the life of human being or animal, while the nutraceuticals mean any non-toxic food constituent which has scientifically proven health benefit together with prevention of treatment of various diseases. The term nutraceutical therefore is used to define these nutritionally or medicinally functional food, which includes the medical food, designer food, functional food, phytochemicals, nutrient supplements, and bio yogurts, fortified breakfast cereals, as well as vitamins, herbal remedies, and even genetically or living modified foods and supplements. Why seed spices considered as nutraceuticals? The seed spices have been used as a fragrance and flavor agents and pharmaceutical compounds from since ancient time. These are a gold mine of possibilities in our research for beneficial bioactive compounds for pharmacology and health related issues. The importance of seed spices in dietary choice is well known for maintaining a healthy lifestyle and prevents several type of diet related ailments, which includes the diabetes, cancer, hypertension, inflammation, and cardiovascular diseases. Despite the advancement in medicine and drug development, still herbal plants are being used enormously due to their vast nutraceutical properties and safety aspect. Seed spices influence various systems in our body, such as gastrointestinal, cardiovascular, reproductive, and nervous system. Therefore, diverse metabolic and physiological actions comes. This present topic covers the nutraceutical potential of fenugreek, coriander, ajwain, cumin, nigella, and fennel. The table shows the proximate composition and nutritional compound of the seed spices as other foods. The seed spices also having variable amount of proteins, fat or oleoregins, minerals, fiber, carbohydrate, minerals and vitamins, but seed spices are generally used in very small quantity. Therefore, their contribution to nutrient requirement is not significant. However, the presence of phenolic, flavonoids, sterols, unique fatty acid uh, composition, and essential oil make them important nutraceuticals. Now, fenugreek. Fenugreek has been added in human foods and also used to cure several types of lifestyle related diseases such as cardiovascular, hypercholesteremia, hyperglycemia, cancer, and liver ailments. Studies have confirmed the nutraceutical and physiological properties of fenugreek, which support the potential application of fenugreek in developing various functional food products and nutraceutical products. Fenugreek seed are good source of protein with better amino acid profile as compared to the soybean protein isolates. It have higher denaturation temperature, forming properties, solubility and stability as compared to soybean protein, therefore can be used as effective protein source in various functional food. The important functional phytochemical also present, that is the sotalone that used as a seasoning flavor is a prompting ingredient of fenugreek. Due to the presence of various phytochemicals, fenugreek remained a key ingredient in 19th century patent medicine. Table 2 shows the nutraceutical properties of fenugreek seeds and leaves as well as both seed and leaves. So seeds having hypoglycemic effect, hypocholesteremic effect, and it is used for healthy heart, lactation aid, immunomodulatory effect, digestive effect, prevents constipation, asthma, and it induces growth and reproduction hormone because the important ingredient is sapogenin or diasgenin. Diasgenin works as a steroidal hormone. Various nutritional components which exert their health impact are listed in this table, which includes the 4-hydroxyisoleucine. This is a amino acid which stimulate insulin activity in the body, and the fenugreek having also good amount of soluble dietary fiber, particularly galactomannan, which is a non-starch polysaccharide which binds the food toxins and protect our colon mucous membrane, thereby promote the insulin secretion and water retention in intestine, thus control the glucose absorption. The various phenolic acids are present in different seed spices and they have the antioxidant properties. The micronutrients and vitamins are also present in the fenugreek, which regulate various functions, and flavonoids also exert as a antioxidant properties. And I have already discussed the diasgenin effect, that is the hepatoprotective and anti-carcinogenic, as well as a steroidal type of compound. Various chemical groups having different type of chemical constituents. These groups are alkaloid, amino acids, saponin, steroidal sapogenin, flavonoids, fiber, lipids, and other alkaloids. The major alkaloids is trigonelline, and the major amino acid which the 4-hydroxyleucine is about 80% of the total free amino acid present in the fenugreek, and the saponin are the fenugreek B and fenugreekine. The steroidal sapogenin include the diasgenin. Besides that, fenugreek also have quercetin, rutin, vitexin, and isovitexin of flavonoids, and it is a good source of the dietary fibers, and fatty acid composition is also good. It is having a alpha linolenic acid in their fatty acid compositions. A very rare number of the food having the vegetables foods having the alpha linolenic acid. The both fenugreek leaves and seeds protect, having the protective role against high blood lipids, liver malfunctioning, insulin resistance by regulating the blood cholesterol level and regulating the gene expression. Thereby, they lower the low density lipoprotein, which is known as a bad cholesterol and endoplasmic reticulum stress. And thereby, also they improve the fatty acid and beta oxidation metabolism. And finally, they improve the metabolic inflammation, blood lipid profile, liver functioning, and insulin resistance. And now I'll discuss the various research studies conducted on fenugreek for various cure of various ailments. The role of fenugreek in the prevention of type 2 diabetes mellitus in prediabetes as studied in 3-year randomized experiment, which includes 66 numbers of uh, persons who took fenugreek daily 5 gram before meals in twice a day, and also having the 74 control avoid, which do not take fenugreek. The result shows that a significant reduction in fasting plasma glucose and postprandial plasma glucose and low density lipoprotein was observed, whereas serum insulin was increased by taking fenugreek twice a day. It was also observed that control had 4.2 times higher chances of developing diabetes as compared to the subject in the fenugreek group. Another study, anti-diabetic effect of fenugreek seed powder was studied in hyperlipidemia diabetic patients. Total 114 diagnosed type 2 patients without any significant diabetic complication were selected in the study. They were grouped in two group, the treatment group and uh, a control. Treatment group comprised 57 persons which consumed 25-gram fenugreek seed twice a day. Various lipid profile tests were carried out and we saw that the person who consumed the fenugreek shows the low level of triglyceride, total cholesterol and bad cholesterol, that is the LDL cholesterol, while HDL, that is a good cholesterol, was increased after taking the fenugreek. The fenugreek was also tested to increase the breast milk secretion in the women's. The enrolled mother will were divided according to fenugreek consumption into cases and control. 200 ml of the fenugreek tea prepared from 50 gram of fenugreek seeds were used 3 times daily with 8 times of breast pumping per day. The volume of expressed breast milk was significantly higher in the fenugreek group as compared to control group on third day. So this also proves that it is having a galactocague nature. The cytotoxicity of fenugreek sprout and seed extract and their bioactive constituents on breast cancer cell was also studied. Various flavons and isoflavins were analyzed using the LCMS-MS, which exert their effect on cancer cell inhibition. Cancer cell inhibition study was carried out by MTT test, and results shows that these five flavons and isoflavins having the IC50 value of the MCF cell at variable concentration, and in the fenugreek seed extract and fenugreek seed sprout extracts, both are having the variable amount of flavons and flavonoids. The orientanine was found highest in the fenugreek seed methanol extract, while the fenugreek sprout methanol extract having the less amount of flavin and isoflavin. But both the fenugreek seed and fenugreek sprout having the inhibitory effect on the breast cancer cell, which clearly showed by this figure, and that the looking to this figure, the third extraction of the fenugreek seed methanolic extract having the highest inhibition activity at the 72 hours of the study. Thus, this study demonstrates the potential anti-cancer activity of fenugreek seed and sprouts, and these sprouts can be used as a bioactive, used as a resource for the bioactive compound. Now the coriander seed contain on an average 18% of the oleoresin or total oil. The coriander, phenol and cumin having a unique fatty acid, that is petroselenic acid, which is only present in these seeds, three seed spices, and generally used for moisturizing agent in the creams. Beside this, coriander having the essential oil content about 0.8 to 23%. The Russian coriander have high content of the essential oil. The essential oil profile of this coriander having higher proportion of linalool, which is about 60 to 80%, and then terpene and camphin and ketones are also present. Leaf essential oil profile is totally different as compared to the seed essential oil profile. Leaf essential oil consists two decanal, dodecanal, two tricanal, and dodecanal. So this profile is totally different. Coriander seeds and leaf also having the therapeutic properties, which includes the anti-diabetic effect, diuretic effect, sedative hypnotic effect, mensurational also used in mensurational disorder, anti-inflammatory effect, anti-hypertensive effect. In the next slide of presentation, I will discuss some of these effect. Coriander seed having the cholesterol lowering properties, and the study confirmed the mechanism of action, how this cholesterol was lower in the rates. So in this study was carried out on the rates. Rates were given the coriander seeds in their diets. In the experimental group of rats, the level of total cholesterol triglyceride was increased, but the level of LDL and very low density lipoprotein were decreased, while the HDL cholesterol was increased. Also, this study confirmed the mechanism of action. In this study, the lecithin cholesterol acyl transferase, which degrade the cholesterol to the fecal bile acid, was increased. Thereby, the hepatic bile acid, hepatic neutral sterols, and fecal bile acid was increased due to increase in coriander fed group, and the hydroxymethyl glutarate coenzyme reductase also decrease in the coriander fed group, which converts the mevalonate to the cholesterol. So thereby the action was mode of action was also confirmed, that the coriander use of coriander can decrease the cholesterol level in the rates. In another study, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-diabetic properties of various polyphenolics, which were identified by LCMS from coriander seed, was revealed that the polyphenolics present in this coriander seeds are vanillic acid, chlorogenic acid, catechin, epicatechin, rupenin, epicatechin, galate, rutin, galatocatechin, and epigalatocatechin. Five of them belongs to the flavonoid family, which make this extract as flavonoid rich extract, and this flavonoid rich extract thereby reduce the anti-inflammation and also improve the antioxidant potential in the taste. In the another study, protection of gastric mucosal damage by coriander sativum pre-treatment in Vistar albino rat has been reported. The effect of coriander pre-treatment on gastric mucosal injury uh, demonstrated the gastroprotective activity of coriander. The pre-treatment of oral doses of 250 and 500 milligram per kg body weight was found to provide a dose-dependent protection against the ulcerogenic effect of different necrotizing agent, ethanol-induced histopathological lesions. The protective effect against these ethanol-induced damage of the gastric tissue might be related to free radical scavenging property of the antioxidant present in the this coriander seed, which constituent the linalool, flavonoids, coumarin, catechin, and various polyphenolic compound, which ultimately form a protective layer on the gastric mucosal membrane. Thus, it protects the gastric mucosal damage in experimental rate. Now coming to the ajwain, the major constituent of ajwain essential oil is a thymol. Thymol is a potent anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial, having antimicrobial activity. Besides the thymol, the major constituent of the ajwain essential oil are thymine and gamma terpene, beta pinene, and terpenine. Various phytochemicals such as alkaloids, saponins, steroids, tannin, coumarins, flavonoids, phytosterols, phenols, chalcone, and glycosides are also present in ajwain, which exert their nutraceutical potential in various clinical trial. This pictorial abstract shows the various nutraceutical potential of the ajwain, which include the digestive health, arthritis, pain relief, infection prevention, regulate blood cholesterol level, and lower the blood pressure, fight inflammation, cough and congestion relief, toothache relief. Also, it is used in cholera disease, weight loss, prevention of acidity, cleaning wounds and burns. It helps in treating excessive bleeding and irregular periods in the women's. It acts as an excellent mosquito repellent due to presence of various phytoconstituent in its essential oil, and it fight against the various fungal and harmful bacteria. Due to the pharmacological and phytochemical profile of ajwain, it has been used in traditional medicine and also used in the recent research. Various important formulations from the ajwain were produced by Hamdard Laboratories, Bangladesh, which includes the Carmina, that is Carmina syrup or tablet, which used in to relieve the hyperacidity, flatulence, abdominal pain due to gases, and another formulation, that is the patches or Disney tablet, which used in amoebic dysentery and diarrhea treatment, and the another medicine, that is Jovaris jaruni and Jovaris kamuni, also used in renal colic and back pain, and that Jovaris kamuni is used to relieve hyperacidity, indigestion, hiccups, flatulence, and constipation, while the Ark ajwain used to relieve the flatulence, indigestion, and anemia. Some and in some slides, we'll also discuss the research studies of the nutraceutical potential of the ajwain. Various component of this ajwain having the different biological activity, which includes the anti-aging, anti-cancer, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, antimicrobial, and anti-ulcer activity. The phenylrene used as a antimicrobial agent, while the thymol having the anti-inflammation, antioxidant, and antimicrobial activity. The zinc of the this ajwain is a good source of the zinc, and which having the anti-diabetic and anti-ulcer activity. The inflammatory potential of the seeds of ajwain was uh, studied in a clinical trial of rats. Two type of rates were evaluated evaluated in this study, which comprise acute rate model and subacute rate model, and result clearly demonstrate that both alcoholic extract and aqueous extract of ajwain in 100 milligram per kilogram dosage exhibited significant anti-inflammatory activity in both animal models. Now cumin. Beside in food use and fragrance, cumin has also many application in our traditional medicines. In the Ayurvedic system of medicine in India, cumin seed have immense medicinal value, particularly for digestive disorder, and also used in chronic diarrhea and dyspepsia. The cumin, the nutraceutical effect of cumin comprises the anti-diabetic, neuroprotective, cardioprotective, chemopreventive, antioxidative, digestive stimulator, and dyspepsia. We'll discuss some of the research findings on some aspects. The effect of cumin extract on oxidized low density lipoprotein and peroxidase 1 activity, that peroxidase is the enzyme which regulate the cholesterol, good and bad cholesterol level in the body, and fasting blood sugar and total cholesterol, and some uh, cholesterol metabolizing enzymes. This study In this study, cumin extract 3 to 5 drops was added to the patient's diet 3 times a day based on the manufacturer's instruction for 45 days. This study was conducted on human being. A fasting blood sample was obtained from the 39 persons before and after 45 days taking cumin. This study clearly revealed that fasting blood sugar, total cholesterol, and triglyceride was decreased by taking the cumin, and this oxidized LDL and oxidized LDL was also decreased by taking cumin, while the peroxinase aryl esterase activity and peroxinase activity was increased by taking the uh, cumin seed extract, which confirms the protective role for cholesterol lowering activity. The anti-inflammatory effect of cumin essential oil was studied it by the blocking of JNK, ERK, and NFK signaling pathway in lipopolysaccharide stimulated row to 64.7 cell. So this study was basically conducted on cell line, and cumin extract shows the anti-inflammatory activity in eh, for these transcription factor JNK, PRK, and NFK, which in which are involved in the signal pathway of the anti-inflammation. Another study evaluate the effect of 50 and 100 milligram of doses of cumin essential oil on glycemic index, insulin resistance, and serum inflammatory factors on patient with diabetes type 2. It is a double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled clinical study which clearly demonstrates that fasting blood sugar, glycosylation, hemoglobin, generally analyzed at 3 months of study, and serum level of insulin were significantly decreased in the patient who were taking 100 milligram and 50 milligram per day cumin cyminum capsule. The insulin sensitivity was significantly increased in the group receiving the 100 milligram supplement as compared to the 50 milligrams. So this study clearly demonstrates the effect of cumin on the glycemic index, and also shows its anti-inflammatory activity by the expression analysis of the various genes involved in the inflammations. Now coming to the Nigella. Nigella is mostly used in the Arabian countries because a Muslim community mostly used because due to the authentic prophetic statement about the Nigella, that is like Nigella can cure for all except death. It was stated in their prophetic statement. Thus, the glorified status of the Nigella among the Muslim community is a habit. uh, Al-Barak, with the term Al-Barak signify its blessed status. And the Persian physician and philosopher Ibn Sina, commonly known in the West as Avicenna, he was a famous medical uh, practitioner, and in he described that medicinal value of the Nigella sativa in the 17th century in the Europe. In his writing, he stated this that Nigella has preventive and restorative features as it stimulates the body's energy and help in the recovery from the fatigue. Nigella also having various nutraceutical potential, which are the anti-diabetic, anti-carcinogenic, neuroprotective, immune booster, anti-inflammatory and analgesic, pulmonary protective, nephroprotective, hepatoprotective, gastroprotective, and antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-hypertensive activity. Nigella has been used in traditional systems of medicine for various medicinal disorder, which I already described, and it is also used in Moroccan folk medicine. And many clinical and preclinical trials have investigated its efficacy. The major compound of this Nigella is the thymoquinone. In recent past, the Intas pharmaceutical company launched Thymotas, which was derived from the thymoquinone, and it is a patented medicine. It is a powerful immunobooster, and it was added on the standard COVID-19 treatment. The another new compound, that is the 3-methoxythymol 6-O beta epipuranosyl glucopyranoside was also identified from Nigella as an immunomodulator. Here I will discuss the study on the preclinical trial for cancer therapy. The thymoquinone was used as a potential adjuvant for this therapy, uh, which can specify or sensitize tumor cells toward conventional cancer cell treatment, and it also simultaneously minimize uh, the therapy associated toxic effect in the normal cells. So many studies have been conducted for the anti-cancer potential of the Nigella. The anti-cancer potential of Nigella, how this work, Nigella or thymoquinone work on the work as an anti-cancer. This figure described briefly. The Nigella exerts their anti-proliferative activity by decreasing the total salic acid, lipid-bound salic acid, alpha fetoprotein, and tumor necrosis factor, prolactin, and progesterone, and simultaneously it increase the caspase and p53 activity. The antioxidant and cytotoxic effect also decrease the melandialdehyde content, nitrous oxide, and lipid peroxidation in the cancerous cells, and also it reduce the reactive oxygen species in the cancerous cell by improving the glutathione, reduced glutathione. The anti-mutagenic effect, anti-metastatic effect, and uh, natural killer cell was also exerted due to the uh, this Nigella thymoquinone. And mainly the molecular mechanism of action and signal transduction pathway implicated that The inducible nitric oxide synthase signaling pathway manifests its anti-cancer activity. Now the phenol. The major component of phenol essential oil are the transenethol, phencone, estragol, and phylendrine. Estragol also considered as carcinogenic agent if in some clinical trial if given only estragol or synthetic estragol, but cumulative uh, composition, the whole composition of phenol is not harmful for human being. The other classes of phytochemicals present in phenols are phenol and phenolic glycosides, which are caffeic and cunic acid derivatives, and flavonoids having the quercetin, camphorol, and rutin derivatives. These phenolic compounds present in phenol are considered to be associated with the prevention of oxidative stress induced diseases such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, and inflammations. The biological activity of some phytoconstituents are reported in different part of this phenol. The anti radical scavenging activities exert due to the phenolics and flavonoids and isoflavonoids, namely caffeoylquinic acid, rosmarinic acid, and the biological activity of human liver cytochrome P40 450 inhibitory activity was exerted by the 5-methoxysporelin of the phenol. Besides these various compounds also exert the anti-cancer, antibacterial, antimycobacterial activity and repellent activity of phenols. I'll discuss a few of these chemicals and biological
Mhm.
activity in the next slides. The anti-hirsutum activity of phenol was studied in the women's uh, which having the excessive male pattern hair growth despite their normal ovulatory menstruation cycle and normal level of serum androgens. In this study, three groups were taken. Group 1 was treated with a cream containing 1% phenol extract. Group 2 was given a cream containing 2% phenol extract, and group 3 received a placebo, which was the vehicle of cream without the phenol extract. The duration for treatment was 12 weeks, and this study clearly shows the hair diameter reduction from both group which were taken the phenol extract. The figure also showed the reduction in hair growth in the women's. In another study, the formulation was developed eh, for anti-aging effect of the phenol. The formulation of base was the paraffin oil and a trademark Abil and distilled water, while the active formulation consisted of phenol plant extract at the rate of 4%. And these were given to the 11 male volunteers with a mean age of 45 years. And after using this cream, the various skin parameters were studied which show the surface which shows the reduction in skin roughness, skin scaliness, skin smoothness, and skin wrinkleness uh, after the study period. And this also the texture parameter also showed a significant increase, proving that the formulation possesses potential anti-aging effect. Uh, Fennel generally considered as a valuable plant in management of woman health. Generally, 15 to 30 drops or 30 milligram uh, dose of essential oil was used in majority of research study, which includes the gynecological disorder, premenstrual disorder, dysmenorrhea, menopause, amenorrhea, lactation, and polycystic ovary syndrome. lactating effect of phenol on women along with the curative effect of infantile colic make it a popular herbal plant after the delivery of the baby. This phenol also increase the eh, milk secretion in the woman and act as an analgesic effect and antispasmolytic effect along with estrogenic effect. The phenol extract increase the growth of mammary gland and thereby induce the milk secretion in the women's. Therefore, this is also known as a galactogue nature of the this phenol. The hepatoprotective effect of fennel seed extract was studied in the streptozotocin-induced liver injury in rats. This medicine is streptozotocin is used to induce the diabetes, and rats were treated with the 200 and 400 milligram of fennel extract with the transenethol and control or the metformin which is used to control the diabetes also used in this study and to compare as a control. The serum lipid profile, liver and various liver enzyme activity and oxidative stress markers clearly demonstrate the uh, function of this phenol. The both phenol and transenethol decrease the blood glucose level, reduce the liver enzyme activity, and food and water intake in the mice and intensity of weight loss, and it reduced the serum uh, triglyceride and cholesterol LDL and also increase the HDL activity. Simultaneously, it increase the catalase activity, which shows that taking the phenol in the diet may uh, increase the antioxidant enzyme activity, which scavenge the reactive oxygen species in the body. Thus, these results suggest the fennel seed extract and its active compound, that is transenethol, are able to protect the liver against the diabetic induced hepatic injury in rat, probably via hypoglycemic and antioxidant effects. In last slide of this research from the fennel, this study was conducted at our institute NRCSS Ajmer, which shows the heteroprotective property of fennel seed extract. In this study, 5 varieties of the fennel were taken, and which the treatment were divided in the 13. The one was maintained as normal control, and hepatotoxicity was induced with carbon tetrachloride 1 ml per kilogram body weight of rats, known as the group 2, and group 3 rats were given the standard drug, that is silamarine, at the rate of 100 milligram per kg along with the carbon tetrachloride to see the effect of the phenol extract. Phenol, the 5 variety of phenol was extracted in the hexane as well as in the methanol. So in the treatment list, M denotes the methanol extract and H denotes the hexane extract. The here we can observe the genotypic uh, response of this phenol. The Ajmer phenol 1 and Gujarat phenol 2 has higher activity of these liver uh, marker enzymes, serum glutamate pyruvate transaminase and serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase activities. That this phenol extraction, taking the phenol extract reduce the bilirubin, total bilirubin content as compared to the CCl for the rates taking the carbon tetrachloride. Thus, this study clearly demonstrated the role of fennel seed extract for hepatoprotective. hepatoprotection. Finally, the conclusion, in addition to impart taste and flavors to the food, seeds, spices are considered natural and necessary component in our daily diet. Their use have been documented in our Ayurveda and some Unani medicines, but the mode of action and which compound is exert their particular effect is still uh, not clear. Therefore, and also various clinical studies demonstrated the health benefit of seed spices. However, large scale testing on human is still lacking. Therefore, identification and characterization of bioactive compound of seed spices are required for the formulation of the drugs, and more research on humans should be conducted to confirm the action of phytochemicals present in seed spices to promote as a nutraceutical. Finally, I close my presentation with the quote of Hippocrates: "Let food be the medicine, and medicine be the food." So, by taking a good diet or by diet management, we can live healthy life. Thank you for patience hearing.
And we must thank Dr. Mahatma for giving such a educative, informative talk on seed spices, highlighting highlighting the constituent in that, which are not only nutrition but have the nutraceutical properties. A great talk. I'm not allowed to talk much, but I think in the end I will say a few words. Uh, Later, Dr. Kalia summarize the talk.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mahatma, for a wonderful, nice talk elaborating the various studies conducted on chemical aspects of seed spices and educating the audience with respect to various chemical properties of these seed spices, also highlighting their nutritional value and their pharmaceutical value, which is important, as our series of uh, webinar series mainly concentrated on nutritional and nutraceutical aspects. So that aspect, because it has already been highlighted initially by Professor Brumsing, that there are more than 80 seed spices, but it's not possible to deliver their properties in every aspects. But the most important one, which are important in our day-to-day uses, how we can benefit ourselves and let general population benefited with the properties, especially that you have concentrated on six seed spices: fenugreek, coriander, ajwain, cumin, nigella, and fennel. You have introduced the subject very nicely for from the layman point of view, and I hope the audience must have been benefited with respect to the knowing of the different these six seed spices, especially that we know that it's from flavor and fragrance point of view, and also from various pharmaceutical compounds point of view, and the major ailments that society is confronted with today, especially from diabetes, cancer, major things, anti cardiovascular uh, diseases, especially which are prevalent, how we can manage them at our home also, in manage by incorporating these different seed spices in our diet, and also making use of the different formulations that various companies has come out, which you have highlighted very nicely. And in case of fenugreek, especially you mentioned about the uh, Sotolone, a functional phytochemical, which is a seasoning flavor. It's important to know these compounds, especially, and also seeds, fenugreek seeds and seed leaves, and leaves especially, because it's consumed as a seed as well as a vegetable. So from both aspects point of view, you have highlighted the nutritional benefits very particularly, and some of the compound, especially from diabetes, that insulin stimulating activity from amino acid hydroxy isoleucine that you have highlighted, and also the fiber soluble dietary fiber soluble properties, especially from galactomannan and the no starch phyto these polysaccharides, phenolic acids that you have detailedly mentioned, and chemical constituents, various chemicals, alkaloids, amino acids, saponins, steroids, sapinogens, and flavonoids, fibers, lipids, etc., and hyperlipidemia that you have mentioned, especially how to how it helps uh, in diabetic patients when the anti-diabetic effect of fenugreek seed as a powder is utilized, and the evaluation of early postpartum fenugreek supplementation on expressed breast milk, which is very important from children point of view that you have mentioned in detail, and cytotoxic toxicity of fenugreek sprouts and seed extracts, and their IC50 values when tested individually on MCF7 cells, and then flavones and fenugreek seeds and sprouts utility. And in case of coriander, all those anti-inflammatory properties, antioxidant properties, and also you mentioned that it contains linalool 60 to 80%, and the essential oils, which is important, therapeutic properties, cholesterol lowering properties that it has, and high increasing the good cholesterol HDL properties of coriander, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic properties that has been highlighted in detail, and the protection of gastric mucosal damage by the coriander pre-treatment in Vistar albino rats study that you have done detailed mention. And in case of ajwain, you have highlighted about the essential oils, thymol, anti uh, introbial, and various phytochemical having nutraceutical potential has been detailedly mentioned. Their utility from as a mosquito repellent, etc., and various bacterial and fungal action that can be taken care of. Then pharmacological and phytochemical profile and uh, of this ajwain has been mentioned, detailed information you have highlighted, and also you mentioned that it is good source of zinc, and which was an important constituent during the COVID-19 also, that COVID zinc tablets people used to take to increase their immunity, and the inflammatory potential of these seeds has been highlighted. And in case of cumin, that it's used in traditional medicines, multiple medicinal properties, and the effect of cumin extract in controlling fasting sugar, and lowering cholesterol activity, cumin extract on glycemic index type 2 diabetes related study you have mentioned in detail, and Nigella sativa, which you have mentioned as that in Muslim world it is said that they cure all except death. So that means it's a multiple medicinal property related aspects it contains, and and it has immunoboosting property, especially COVID-19 treatment, and it has good anti-cancer related potential as well. Similarly, in case of fennel, also you highlighted about essential oil properties, four essential oils, but estragol which has been highlighted, having better aspects, and the phenolic acids in phenols, then biological activities of phytoconstituents, anti-hirsutism property of phenol has been mentioned detail, and the utility in formulation of extract, especially cream containing phenol extract, having anti-aging formulation. Actually, from the shift of people towards the traditional medicines or nutraceutical uh, medicines, especially where they can manage their health by themselves at home, is because of this reason that anti-aging is important aspects in today's world. That's why people shift from the synthetic medicines to the plant-based medicines. And also the utility of fennel from the women's health point of view has been mentioned in detail, which is quite encouraging and of utility, where hepatoprotective effects of fennel seed extracts on trans anethole in has been highlighted, and this hepatoprotective properties of fennel seeds extract has been studied in five varieties, including varieties of NRC SS Ajmer as well, which is quite good. And that I find that the research aspects are going in right direction with the uh, biochemist Dr. Mahatma located there. But I would expect that he would continue there rather than getting himself shifted here, because for scientists, if you look for better pastures, you lose the scientific aspects. So if we want to bring out good results from your study, which benefit in future the common man from health point of view, and also help the nutraceutical industry to develop, because it's based on the research. And if somebody conducts the research and bring out good results, and also identifies varieties and help breeders in picking up such genotypes which can be used for increasing these different essential contents or nutraceuticals in the improved varieties in future, this can go a long way in assisting the pharmaceutical industry to go for corporate farming of such varieties, or and then which can be used for extraction of these various compounds, which can be used in cosmetic industry as well, as you mentioned, from the cream carrying phenol extract help in anti-aging. So the cosmetic industry as well as the pharmaceutical industry, it will go a long way in helping people in managing their health in future, and also win-win situation to the farmers, that they would be doing contract farming and making more money, and the industrial development in the country at end of the day help the country in developing industrial aspects and increasing the GDP. Thank you very much, Dr. Mahatma, for conducting uh, for delivering a nice talk, going through literature properly, and bringing out the right aspects in front of uh, the audience, so that they get benefited from your talk. So thank you very much. And the major conclusion point that you have mentioned, that we need to understand more on these aspects by conducting our studies on human aspects, which will help further to go ahead in that right direction. So thank you very much for a nice study. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Dr. Pritam Kalia, highlighting the importance of seed spices, the work, rather hard work of Dr. Mahatma and that center on the important topic on phytochemicals in seed spices. Seed spices are not only taken as a general belief for taste and flavor. No, they are health food and they should be taken, and they are to be taken as per recommendations and other guidelines, and which I think Dr. Mahatma's talk was an eye opener. Whether you talk of fenugreek or you talk of simple coriander, how important they are, and what we say that they are experiencing uh, chemical consumption, taking lot of drugs. Uh, Drugs are important. They take care of the ailments, repair, provide relief to the patient, and whatnot. Everything that is there. But the chemicals from natural source, from our food, that is much more important, acceptable to the body nicely. And though we don't like that, but cheaper. If you get a cheaper medicine, what sort of a treatment is going on? If you get the same medicine with the 4 and 5 times of its cost, the medicine becomes very effective and whatnot. This is general um, belief happening there. But I also want to emphasize that Dr. Kalia has rightly emphasized. Dr. Kalia has touched a plethora of subject, not only the nutraceuticals in seed spices, but how to improve them. That's also his favorite subject. How to biofortify them or biotechnologically how to enhance that. Enhancement of those things will help. Understood. And people will be attracted to that. Very important aspect. But at the same time, whatever is there in that and what for, they should be taken in what for the our elders have included them in the food. This is the basis. We do not know. We just thinking that just for the sake of taste, flavor, and whatnot or something, we are using them. No, we know the importance. The importance of these minor things which we add to the food, to me, is much more than the food what we consume. Food is giving you the calories, that's the proof your calories. But the protection from the n number of problems, these things are providing, which is very important. Protection from undesirable things, abnormal things, is much more important than your healthy diet and whatever is there. The diet should provide the protection. That's why you will be able to discharge your duties, spend happy time, and live a healthy life. So, seed spices are very important. Uh, you heard Dr. Mahatma, and we will be bringing some more experts on spices, if not exactly on seed spices, the other spices. There are many. Many are important, very important one. We will bring those experts. We are looking for the experts, and if somebody is interested in, can just write to me or Dr. Kalia or Dr. Rajan or Dr. or Miss Shivangi. Hey, Dr. Shivangi, when you are going to become doctor? By an, uh, whenever I talk, I just say, you speak Dr. Shivangi because she has not yet submitted the thesis. Anyway, she will become one day. So, uh, these things I think in life are important, these minor things. And that's what myself and Dr. Kalia and Rajan discussed. The aspects of the nutrition and nutraceuticals in horticultural crops. Let us highlight. Hope this series would be liked by the audience. I'm sorry, today there was some, I think, first time some glitch. We are running in the sixth series. I think first time some glitch was there. We are sorry for that. And we will see that it doesn't happen again. Sorry, Dr. Mahatma, you must have felt little inconvenience. We are sorry for that. And I thank everybody. Oh, Shivangi, can you run some question you were running or comment? I don't know. Question or comment you were running them. Could you kindly run that? We should entertain whatever commentation is there.
So we
If
do not
possible,
have
please.
questions, but yeah, there is an appreciation.
Uh, Congratulations, Dr. Mahatma, for wonderful talk. Thanks to Brahm Singh ji and Dr. Pritam Kalia and Dr. Shalem Rajan for arranging such a useful talk. Such words are encouraging for us. We value these. Thank you so much. That encourages us a lot. And we feel that give us the feeling that uh, our time is fruitfully utilized. Thank you, Dr. Arora. So thank you, everybody. We meet again next Saturday, same time, 1100 hour, with some different topic. That is tropical mm, minor fruits having nutrition and nutraceuticals. Tropical minor fruits, their nutrition and nutraceuticals. Shivangi, can you upload if it is ready that I should have? Are you there, Shivangi? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, Are you able to upload? Oh, yes. It is there, nutrition and nutraceutical. That is the series, nutrition and nutraceuticals in tropical minor fruits. So we will be, I think, knowing the nutraceutical value of certain minor fruits of tropical region only. So till then, bye. Meet again next Saturday. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
your appreciation and encouragement.
Thank you.
Thank you. So one more webinar. Be ready. Okay. Of your interest and choice. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.